Have you ever heard the story of the Golden Buddha? A long time ago in Thailand, there was a statue of the Buddha in a huge temple made of pure gold. But one day, war broke out in the country, and the townspeople covered the statue with layers and layers of mud and concrete to keep it from being stolen. The people fled, and the conquerors ruled the land for hundreds of years. Long after those conquerors had fallen, the people no longer remembered the original state of the stone Buddha. But one day, a monk was meditating in front of the statue, and leaning in close, he saw a glimmer of gold. He ran for the others, and they all came with their picks and their hammers to unearth the golden Buddha. For hundreds of years, the people had been searching for what they had lost. But, in reality, the gold was there all along. My name is Kai Mikolka, and I'm a junior at University of Oregon studying advertising with a minor in computer information technology. And I'm applying to be an art director for MAIP 2024, in case you couldn't tell by the state of my childhood bedroom behind me. The story I told above is not my own. It's the people in Thailand's, and it's Joseph Campbell's, interpreter of the human experience, and the story is from his movie Finding Joe. But what I will tell next is, this is the story of my own golden Buddha.
So, I think I'll start from the beginning. My mother immigrated from Korea when she was 9. She paid her own way through college and then law school and worked her whole life to become one of LA's top 100 patent lawyers today. She met my dad while she was in law school. He was almost freshly out of the Marines, where he traveled to war-torn countries such as Lebanon as a helicopter pilot. On one of his base missions, he discovered Newport Beach, my hometown, and fell in love with its palm trees and balmy weather. There, I was born, and then my little sister 4 years later. But I was born in a town that was 90% white. Growing up, I felt my differences, both in race and in the way I viewed the world, so plainly and so openly. That was a period in my life when I hid myself away. I was introverted and had so much anxiety. My town made it so hard to fit in, so I tried to disappear instead. But during this life, I created art as a form of meditation. And during the pandemic, I discovered my identity, values, passion, and purpose through my art. If I couldn't fit in, I realized I wanted to stand out. I found inspiration and self-expression through poems, painting, photography, and videography at that time. I defined a life through my art. Because I found myself through it, I strongly wanted to use art for another purpose. I wanted to help other people find themselves as well. When I got to college, I wanted to put this realization into practice. I think of that year as my butterfly year. The escape out of my introversion was because of this purpose that had suddenly incited a strong fire within me. Every day, I did something that scared me. I became an art director for Ethos magazine, bringing stories about minorities and the underrepresented to life through design and illustration. The next year, I pushed myself further and further. Fear was my cue to take another step. I became one of the youngest members of my school's advertising agency, where I'm working with a team to create visual identities for clients Tailored Coffee and Holt Center, and I'm a journalist for my school, where I hold interviews and write articles about teachers and successful alumni. Now I can say that I am fulfilling my purpose. So where does my need for change come in? I've grown up close to the desire and the curiosity for it. For most of my life, I have been involved in the nonprofit Amazing Girls of the World that educates young girls in third world countries, and I've watched these girls grow up and become confident. I've seen the things that can happen when one person decides to stand up and make a difference. Advertising is the thing that makes an authentic impact. In a world of a million different perspectives and opinions, advertising is the thing that turns a key in someone's head and triggers action. There is no true change without advertising, and I want to be a part of it. This is something I'm sure of.
My name is Kai Mikolka, and that was the story of my own golden Buddha. And now I want to be a part of helping others find theirs. Thank you.